Happy Tuesday at 2. So glad you've joined us here from Plan B Sales in Concord, North Carolina. Steve Post from the Motor Racing Network, talking diecast, talking racing. We have got it all over here today, and we're so excited that you have joined us. So glad that you have taken some time out to join us, whether you're doing it live like Victor and John are, or whether you're checking us out here throughout the course of the week, as this thing sits on all of our social media sites. We love it. We've been on Facebook Live for a long, long time. We appreciate everyone joining us on Twitch, on YouTube, on Periscope, and all of our social platforms. So welcome aboard. We're glad you joined us. What a weekend out at Kansas. I got to admit, it was weird, okay? Running the Cup race first was crazy. It was fine. It was good. Denny Hamlin thought it was spectacular, by the way, in case you were wondering about that. But it was good. It was a good time, and so the Cup Series was on Thursday. The Trucks and the ARCA Menard Series were on Friday, and another truck race and the Xfinity Series was on Sunday. Great time. Boy, I'm going to tell you something, though. It was hot in the heartland. Oh, my gosh. I must have lost like 16 pounds out there. Well, the problem is I made it up in barbecue and beer, unfortunately, because Kansas City is one of the greatest stops on the tour for both barbecue and beer. So it is cool, but it is a great time, and it was fun out in Kansas, and we are rolling along with it. The other thing about Kansas, let's see, we got Victor, we got Bobby checking in, and David as well. So good to have you guys there. And you can type in, again, one of the things on this, specific diecast questions or apparel questions, I don't have answers for them. Okay, so when will the Chase Elliott Hooters car be available? I have no idea. Send a DM or send a note, send an email to someone here in the office, and they're great at getting back with you, and they can do that with specifics. You want to talk a little NASCAR racing or other forms of racing? We can do that as well. A little bit of a foreign country for me with IndyCar racing. But going back to Kansas, we had a lot of fun out there, and we had some really cool Plan B sales cars out there too, and trucks. Okay, it started with Corey LaJoie, and then this is one of our cars. There it is. Look at that, Corey LaJoie, the Plan B sales car. Okay, really neat. We do a number of different things over the course of the year. We sponsor cars, and there's other times where we allow all of us to get involved. And so Corey wheeling that car around the racetrack, and on the back deck of that car is a bunch of our names. And I'm excited about it. I'm so pumped up about it because one of the names on there is Postman. And so it is really neat. So Corey was out there. There you can see the names on the car, and just fun. So I know a lot of people looked when we had these posted on social media and say, hey, I see my name, I see it, and diecast is being produced. And so when that comes in, we'll all have a token of remembering Corey LaJoie running out there. We're also involved with a couple of trucks. Well, we're involved with one truck with a couple of drivers, okay? With Ross Chastain, our buddy with Nice Motorsports. We love Ross Chastain. And so we had the truck with Ross Chastain. He drove it on Friday, okay? And then how about this? On Saturday, Travis Pastrana, the extreme sports star, drove it. And so we have the Plan B sales truck from Nice Motorsports. And all of these are available at www.planbsales.com. That's planbsales.com. So really fun stuff. Great to have all of our cars and trucks out there as they were rolling around the racetrack. Pastrana was cool, okay? We were going to interview him for MRN, and I'm the one that drew the interview. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'll be able to slide in a Plan B sales mention on the Motor Racing Network broadcast. I'm standing there, and Travis Pastrana is in a Stuart Friesen fire suit. And I'm like, what in the world's going on? Travis Pastrana, his fire suit was not approved by NASCAR, okay? Come to find out, the one from Stuart Friesen was not approved by NASCAR either. So they're getting ready to throw the interview to me. There's the Halmar fire suit. You can see him showing that off, the Stuart Friesen suit. They're getting ready to throw it to me. A NASCAR official comes up, kind of looks under the collar. The next thing I know, Pastrana's running across the pit area. He said, I have to go get a different fire suit that was approved. And so we did not get the interview, but he did get the race. And it was fun watching Travis Pastrana and being involved with him. So really cool stuff. A fun weekend out in the heartland of Kansas. So it is great. Victor said, I heard Dover will have no fans at the Monster Mile. It means no NASCAR races for me this year. Yeah, Dover just announced that this week. Unfortunately, folks, it is what it is. I'm nodding at people and saying, 2020, because I think you can. I think I had a door at my hotel a couple of weeks ago in Pennsylvania get jammed. Okay, I was outside. All my stuff was inside. The maintenance guy came over, and finally, you know how he fixed it? He ran across and he hit his shoulder into it, and the door opened. And I looked at it. He's all apologetic and everything like that. I said, "But it's 2020. I mean, that's what happens. It's 2020." So I hate it, Victor. I love going to Dover and seeing that place just filled up with fans, but it's not going to happen. And it's 2020. It's the world we live in. So it is. But Victor's going to try again in 2021, and that's what we like to hear. So it is fun stuff for sure. But great stuff as well. All right, see, Ryan's going to just, okay, here's the deal, Ryan. I'm going to get right into this IndyCar stuff. I know IndyCar is out of your comfort zone, but is Fernando Alonso expected in time for Indy? I have no, I seriously don't, and I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna show you this. Okay, I looked at this car. Okay, this is where I'm at with IndyCar, and I love watching an IndyCar race. I'm not poo-pooing it. I just with NASCAR and now ARCA and sprint cars and summer shootout and my beloved dirt modifieds. There's only so much room in this little skull up here that I can keep things going here. Okay, so I look and I see the name Herta on this. I'm like, oh yeah, Brian Herta. Well, that's sort of like the old guy sitting around at Thanksgiving saying, I love Roger Staubach. Is he playing today? It's not Brian. It's Colton Herta. Okay, so I have no idea, Ryan, and you're right. It is out of my wheelhouse, and so I wish I had an answer for you. And Fernando Alonso, I wish he was racing. But we do have IndyCar Diecast. Okay, we have got the 1/64 scale Felix Rosenqvist. Okay, good-looking car there, the NTT data car. Okay, we've got Alexander Rossi. Now I know a little bit about this one because it's Napa, and Napa is involved in the other forms of racing. One of the guys I love is Ron Capps. We talk out to Ron Capps, the funny car driver. We talked to him on our Wing Nation show about sprint cars because he loves sprint cars. He gets all geeked up talking about it. So I love Ron Capps, the Napa car. We all love Chase Elliott, the Napa car in NASCAR, and Brad Sweet drives the Napa car in the World of Outlaws. So I do know, we've talked a little bit about Alexander Rossi, and so we have the 1/64 scale of that, and Graham Rahal. I did know that Bobby Rahal is no longer driving and that Graham is driving. I did know that one. And isn't Graham the one that is tied up with one of the Force girls? I think he's married to one of the Force girls, one of John Force's girls. Courtney, yes, Courtney, exactly. So see that? Oh, my knowledge of IndyCar racing is spectacular. It really is. So Graham Rahal, we have that in the 1/64 scale. Down here we have Marco Andretti, and yes, I know it's not Mario. I know it's Marco. I did know that one as well. Okay, so Marco Andretti, the number 98 car, the UniFirst car. That's a good-looking race car too. Oh man, that is a sweet-looking ride right there. And then we have the Colton Herta car. As I said, these are from Greenlight Collectibles, and Greenlight does a great job with their diecast. Man, they really do. And these just arrived today, by the way. So if you're looking for one of them, go right on there and grab it now. All right, there we go. We got Felix Rosenqvist again. Okay, in his number 10 car, and then down here, another one of those. Pato Award. Okay, or is it Pato? Is it Pato Award? Pato Award. Again, my knowledge is right now just dazzling all of us. And actually, quite honestly, I'm embarrassed I don't know this one. I really am. I try to keep eye on things. Well, okay, and one of the challenges I have is I don't own a TV. And so I threw that out years ago. And so I'm probably losing touch with this stuff. I'm probably losing touch with a lot of things, but that's probably for another show at another time. But so go on there now and look at our IndyCar Diecast. We have got some great stuff from Greenlight Collectibles. And again, they do such a great job. This is really good quality diecast. And so check this out with Greenlight Collectibles at www.planbsales.com, planbsales.com. So Transform Motorsports says, why are 1/64 selling out so quickly this year? My hunch, okay, it's supply and demand. I wonder if they've reduced the numbers, or I wonder if people sitting around the home in the middle of pandemic getting stimulus checks are buying more diecast. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's a good question, and I don't know the answer to that. So I really don't. John wants to know, are you surprised that Ryan Blaney hasn't won more races? I'm starting to get there. I really am. Now, he's been good this year, though. Oh, and you know, Blaney could kick off 2 or 3 in a row, and that wouldn't surprise everybody because he's running up front all the time. And I think that's what you need to do, is you need to run up front often to get those wins. And so I'm starting to get surprised that he hasn't won more. But a win or two here in the next month or two, and then that surprise will go right out the window. It's tough to win right now. Okay, we went through this phase. Okay, remember back in the day, way back in the day. Okay, Pocono in June. Okay, when it was like, is anybody other than Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick going to win these races? Okay, well then, not so far way back, we went when Cole Custer and Austin Dillon won the races. Okay, and not so far back, now Denny Hamlin wins again. And we're going to New Hampshire where, oh, by the way, Denny and Kevin are really good. So I think one of the challenges for a guy like Ryan Blaney is Denny and Kevin. I mean, they're making it tough for everybody. And it kind of got off the rails when Custer and Dillon got the win, where it wasn't a Blaney and a William Byron, or a Blaney and a Matty D, or a Matty D and this one, guys that have been running up front. It was guys that have been running mid-pack, and they just step up and win them. And I think that kind of impacts it for a guy like Blaney. You know, you can knock on the door all you want, and then all of a sudden this Custer kid comes up and drives around everybody at Kentucky and scores the win. And the same with Austin Dillon. So yeah, so I think I'm getting surprised. I'm getting there. We go the rest of this year and he doesn't win, then I'm going to be like, okay, what's going on here? But I'm not there yet. So neat stuff. That is for sure. Let's see. No word yet on helmets. Victor says that Bobby Rahal runs car dealerships up in Pennsylvania. Yes, he does. Bobby is very successful. So another thing we got going on here, and this is really cool. Okay, we're doing deal of the day. And so you need to follow along with us. We have email, sign up for your email list, or you can just check us out every day by going to www.planbsales.com. Okay, look at this. 2 for the show. Here was Dale Earnhardt, 2014 Daytona 500. His second Daytona 500 win. Junior, 2 fingers up in the air. This is Sam Bass artwork. And there you see the beautiful depiction of the Harley J. Earls Trophy. And this is on our deal of the day. Sam Bass artwork. Huh, you kidding me? Okay. You like Junior? How about Tony Stewart? Look at this one. This is just the straight up Home Depot number 20 car. Good looking poster right there. Oh my gosh, look at that. And that is available right now on our deal of the day. The Tony Stewart number 20 poster. Yeah, exactly. $9.99. Are you kidding me? Why have you not bought this yet? Okay? I'm just $9.99 for this. This is Sam Bass. And then this one here, Earnhardt 88. Look at that. There they are, the Flying Aces. Okay? I don't see my buddy Chocolate Myers. Might be back there. There's chocolate right there. Okay? Earnhardt open face helmet, bubble goggles, and the GM Goodwrench number 3 car, Earnhardt 88. Sam Bass did a lot of Dale. We have got a lot of Dale Earnhardt artwork. We've got these prints, okay, that are like $9.99. Okay, we have got pencil signed by Dale Earnhardt artwork. They're not $9.99. Okay, by the way, but we have got Dale Earnhardt stuff. Just go on Plan B Sales and type in the challenge with it is we get Earnhardt and you get all the Junior stuff too. But just go on the Sam Bass artwork and you can find some really neat Dale Earnhardt stuff. Fantastic stuff. This is a print, like I said, deal of the day, $9.99. Really fun stuff. We've got some of them. Sam did all kinds of posters for Charlotte Motor Speedway for the program cover, and he did a bunch of program covers for Nashville, and we've got a bunch of those discounted as well. So really fun stuff. We're having a ball with this deal of the day thing. And there's some of these items where, you know, people are starting to buy, and why would you not for $9.99 get an Earnhardt poster, a Tony Stewart poster, or a Junior 2 for Daytona poster? Two for the show poster for Daytona to get that. So fun stuff. The Sam Bass artwork is spectacular, and we've got basically what happened is when Sam when the whole business of Sam prior to his passing, when it went out of business, his business went into I think it was some kind of a bankruptcy or something like that, and we were able to work with him and the auctioning company and everyone else, and so we end up with a lot of this great stuff that we're here, and it's just amazing stuff. It really truly is. So really fun. There you see, we've given you in the notes. We have given you the link to the deal of the day. Sprint car mold from Lionel. No word on that, William. And I was at Volusia in February, and I had a couple sprint car teams ask me about it. So it's out there somewhere, but out there. And then we always deal with Chinese New Year, and then we deal with the Corona. So I don't know where it's at, and I haven't really heard much of it lately. So stay tuned on it. You know when they get it. Oh, man, I'm going to be all over it because, and Plan B is one of our partners for our Wing Nation show. And so in complete honesty, one of the things we talked about is that when this sprint car comes out this year, it'll be great to have that partnership with Plan B Sales with Wing Nation so we can promote it, that we have it. And here we sit in near August and still waiting to hear on it. So so there we go. Let's see. Gabe, thoughts? And that's from, what is that, YouTube? That's YouTube. Gabe, thoughts on the Daytona Road Course being added to the Cup schedule? Gabe, I'm in the category of I'm ready for change. Okay, so this Daytona Road Course fits into the change factor. Now, I didn't need a worldwide pandemic to get us to change. Okay, so I'm not cheering for that. My problem with this one is I love Watkins Glen as well. So I love that we're going to Daytona for the road course because we're getting these races done. New York is off the table because they're not going to let us in. So, and NASCAR has been very aggressive this year with, can we come to race? Here's our protocol. Here's our system. Here's this. Here's that. No? Okay. Boom. We're going here. Their job is to get the races in. Okay? And I have a lot of friends in upstate New York, and it really, really sucks. We just talked with Victor. He's in Dover. We're going to be able to go race, but we're not going to be able to have fans at Dover. And it's 2020. Okay, we'll just go with that. So I'm not in favor of losing Watkins Glen to get the Daytona Road Course. And in fact, if we did other road courses, I would like to see Road America and or Montreal involved in that conversation. That being said, the Daytona Road Course is going to be fascinating, and Gabe, they're going down there with no practice. No, I'm serious. They're going down there with no practice. And they're going to have to build a chicane off from turn number 4 because the numbers I heard is by the time the cars got to the start-finish line, they were going to be over 200 miles per hour for the hard left-hand turn down in the infield portion. And so it looks like we're going to have a chicane down off from turn number 4 just to keep them mowed down a little bit. So a lot of uncertainty on it. It could be chaos. We've got an ARCA race. We've got a truck race. I think Xfinity Series and a Cup race all that weekend down in Daytona. So I'm all right with it. I love going to Daytona. Never been there in August. I'm fairly confident it'll be a little sticky and warm. I'm also fairly confident that we'll have a late afternoon thunderstorm. But it's fine. I like change. I don't like losing Watkins Glen. If I'm going to do more road course races, and I'm in favor of it, I'm a Road America Montreal fan to the hilt. The Daytona course will be great. And it is fantastic. So it is really, really cool. Breaking news. Okay. Whenever we need our breaking news, we go to our man AJ, who says it's on hold from what I've seen. Okay. I believe we're talking about the Sprint Car Diecast, but AJ breaking in with the breaking news. So whatever it is, it's on hold, and we appreciate that. We love AJ chimes in, and that's what I say. There's some of you guys and gals know more about NASCAR racing or diecast than we do here, you know, and that's what we appreciate. So really, really neat stuff. It really, truly is. So fun times, that is for sure. Good times here. So let's recap. Let's review. NASCAR is going to New Hampshire. Someone's going to win a lobster, that big trophy up there. So NASCAR is going to New Hampshire, then the double in Michigan, then Daytona Road Course, then the double in Dover, the Dryden 311s. Those races are both going to be 311 miles, 311 laps. And then Daytona for the oval race, the traditional July race that was going to be August. And you know what NASCAR is at that point as far as the Cup Series goes? Caught up. I would never have thought that. But it's going to take a double at Dover. It's taking some midweek races. It's going to take a double at Dover and a double at Michigan. When we roll out of Daytona in about a month into the playoffs, NASCAR will be caught up. So kudos to those guys and gals for getting that done. That's pretty amazing. That really is. So fun stuff, that's for sure. And now AJ is confirming the sprint car mold is apparently on hold. So, and I appreciate that. I really do. I had thought about it a couple times, but and I don't think about it when I can ask anybody. And so I should know. Just come on here, and we got the answer we're looking for there. So I do appreciate that. So really cool stuff. So so busy time for NASCAR. It's going to be fun and going to be great. We've got a lot of races coming up here, and we're going to set the field for the playoffs. And we're just going to have a ball with it. Motor Racing Network, a PRN has this week in New Hampshire, and then we go Michigan, Daytona, Dover, Daytona. If the playoff schedule remains the same, it looks like it's going to be Darlington, Richmond. So we're going to be busy with the Motor Racing Network, but that's a good problem to have going to all these NASCAR races. So recapping that, make sure you get in our deal of the day. These are just today's samples from the deal of the day. With the Sam Bass artwork, every day it's something new. Every day, it's another deal of the day. So make sure you check it out. IndyCar Diecast just arrived about 11:45 here today. It arrived on our shipping deck, and we would love to, before we even put it on the shelf, to wrap it up in a little package and send it right straight to you. So go on there right now and knock it out. We'll get that done. That is for sure. So, hey, I appreciate you joining us here today. We had some fun. We talked about a little knowledge of IndyCar, very little knowledge of IndyCar. I'm still pulling for AJ Foyt to win the 500 this year. Still, well, with that dude, he could come out of retirement and do it. We probably ought not think about him. He's AJ Foyt, you know. So, but anyhow, really fun. I do respect and love IndyCar racing. I just don't get a chance to follow it. But we have got, those of you who do, some spectacular IndyCar diecast from Greenlight Collectibles. So with that, we're going to put a big old bow around this one and move on. I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Thanks for joining us here for our Tuesday at 2 broadcast. Remember, for all your diecast needs, the only place you need to go is www.planbsales.com.